Well, it's always fantastic to be in Marion. I just love y'all's club. It feels a lot like my club, and Paul and I are from Lenore, and y'all have a similar vibe, and so it always feels kind of like a second home. And I'm here today. I'm going to set you all at ease. I'm not going to ask for money. I'm not going to ask you to do anything. So you can just kind of sit back and enjoy this today. And I kind of consider this a celebration. I think of this as a celebration. And I was so happy to hear that you could have 2 pork chops, because what a better idea than to have 2 pork chops on a day of celebration. So, I mean, you know, you're welcome. You're welcome. And, you know, today I have a dossier here. I just like saying that word. Dossier makes me sound like I've done something important. And in preparation for what I'm going to talk about today, in preparing this dossier, and I got to thank my loyal AG, Paul Brandenburg, your AG, Paul Brandenburg. Thank you, Paul. And give Paul a hand. Come on. I also need to thank Nancy Spencer and Steve Pierce. And I thank y'all for giving them a hand, please. They helped me immensely. And I want to welcome and thank you for coming today, because I did send out a plea for some attendance today. We've got past District Governor Dean Knight and PDG Frank Dean, who is outstanding. And we have DG Ken Scholl and DGE Tammy Molsteller, and District Membership Chair Philip Reed, and past District Trainer Rob Reinhardt, and I've got Public Image Chair Tim Radford, and I thank them for being here. Isaac, I got it written here, thank you. PDG Isaac slipped in the door on me. I wrote it down, and I'm so thankful that Isaac came today too. And I think that covers the PDG category and the district folk. Now, when I wrote this email, I invited the district council, the College of Governors and past presidents. And it's a little short notice, because in today's world, you can't plan anything. I mean, you don't know, who knows what could have happened. I wouldn't have been able to be here, but we made this happen today. So I'm real excited that we're here. And I wanted to let you know that there was a bunch of people who replied. They RSVP'd back, and they told me to consider them here today in spirit. And so some of those folks were PDG Chuck Riley, and PDG Chuck Troutman, and PDG Jim Eflin, and PDG Harry Brogdon, PDG Gary Dills, PDG Tiffany Irvin, and Carol King. And then the past presidents that sent their sentiments were Tom Redder, and Perrin Radley, and Bill Swift Franklin, and Peter Mamola and Brevard. And then I have past Public Image Chair Joan Van Orman, and past District Secretary Jackie Hine. And so I had a whole bunch of people who are really with us today in spirit and in person to celebrate this. Y'all are like, what is he talking about? Wait, I'm going to string you along a little bit more. All right, so this celebration day, this is about an award. The Rotary International Avenues of Service Award. It is a prestigious recognition of individual Rotarians who have served in all 5 of the avenues of service. Now, some of you might struggle to know what those avenues of service are, so I'm going to remind you. You've got your club service, your vocational service, community service, international service, and youth service. So you can imagine it would be quite an individual that could serve in all 5 of those areas, and Rotary recognizes how prestigious that is. And today, we're going to recognize one of your members, Marion, who has just achieved this. Now, this particular award, and it sits right there in the box. You can see that it's right there. There are 3 boxes, and we'll get to that, but they're there. Now, they weren't always there. This has been tough. And I mean, it's been a really tough time over the last, year and a half, 2 years. And by the looks of some of you, it has been. And we've all gotten tired and sick and tired of this pandemic. And I mean, even the word pandemic just, and COVID, oh God, I don't want to say it, but I'm going to say it anyway. And I'm sick and tired of it, and people blaming things on COVID. Y'all, I'm a general contractor. My life has been totally dictated by this pandemic. I'm waiting 6 months for some window orders. I'm so tired of everything being blamed on COVID, but I'm going to blame this on COVID. So here we go. I mean, this nomination was completed in March and April of 2020. And we were all ready to go. The award had been ordered, and we were prepared to present it at the district conference. Well, we delayed the district conference, and it happened in August. And it was a wonderful conference. Any of y'all were there? We had a great time. Ken and I had a wonderful conference together. It was a joint effort. And if you've never been to a district conference, I hope you'll go to the next one. So we were ready to go for district conference. Oops, no award. It's been delayed due to COVID. Okay, here we go. So then, delayed again. Another month. I mean, I'm writing nasty grams to RI. What's the deal? So finally, you know what? I had an ingenious awards chair that came up, past history Governor Bill Biddle, and came up with a great idea. He said, we don't have to wait on RI. We'll make our own award. Okay, so we made our own award. And then we were going to present it at the foundation dinner. And then due to, y'all know, come on. Okay, due to COVID, we had to delay that. So, cancel it. So here I am now, fast forward another 3 months, and I come into my office, and sitting on my desk is another box from RI. And I was like, oh, great. Now I've got 2 awards. So I've got a lot of awards, and all of them going to the same person. All right, so what a hootenanny that was. All right. So this point of all this jabber is I want you to know that Rotarians persevere. We don't stop. We don't let things like a global pandemic get in our way. We keep serving. We keep making it happen. We saw it today. We just saw the Power Rotary right here with Elizabeth's plea to read these books. What innovation that is to make service happen despite the odds. Okay, now to my dossier. Told you I like to say that. All right, so I'm going to give you a little background on this Rotary International Avenues of Service Award. Because, I covered what the different avenues were, but what does one do to fulfill club service and so on? Club service involves action a member should take within a club to help it function successfully. Vocational service. It has the purpose of promoting high ethical standards, the worthiness of all occupations, the dignity in work, how we can use our own businesses to serve our communities, how we can use our own industry to benefit humankind. So, community service. This is a very varied way of doing service, but we had, again, I'll allude to Elizabeth's community service there for the kids, literacy. There's any way you can improve the quality of life for those who live in this community. That is community service. International service. Now, a lot of clubs, they struggle with, how do we do international service, or what is international service? Well, it's to improve the international understanding, goodwill, and peace by fostering acquaintance with people of other countries, appreciating their cultures, their customs, accomplishments, aspirations, and problems, through reading and correspondence, and through cooperation in club activities and projects across borders. That sounds easy. Then you got youth service, and this is the fifth and final one. This recognizes the positive change implemented by youth and young adults through leadership development activities, involvement in community and international projects, and exchange programs. So, I'm getting some feedback over here. Somebody needs to mute. The Avenues of Service Award recognizes individuals who have achieved service, who have done service in all 5 of these categories. All right, now back over here. Now I'm going to give you a few examples of the individual service that this person has done. These were provided to me by your club and by your former AG, Paul Brandenburg. Now you notice this dossier. And I know that as I read these examples, it's going to become apparent to you who this individual is, but you know, restrain yourself. And but I want to tell you that probably, this is a hint, probably this is not the first dossier created about this individual. All right. Let me see. So club service. These things written by the club. Effective use of club assemblies. Keeps everyone aware of activity. Great communicator. Leadership in the board of directors. Builds coalitions by bringing everyone to common understandings. Effective use of public media. Newspaper articles. Facebook site. One time had an engagement of like 1,500 engagements. Tim knows what that means. I don't know what that means. But celebrating the club founding annually and respecting the past leadership. Personable communications. Great speakers. Great, excellent agendas. Knows people by their first name. Overall impact, they gained members in a pandemic. Oh, wait, I might have given it away. Jumped on a Zoom, early adopter, always thinks of others, praises contributors publicly with high regard, great historian for the club. That's club service in this individual. Now, y'all are doing a good job restraining yourselves. I thought y'all would be jumping all over me at this point. All right. So let's see. Vocational service. What does this person do in vocational service? High ethical standards. Adheres to the 4-way test. Practices it often. Here's one. Here's a dead giveaway. The knighted by the King of Norway. I gotta keep going. Wonderful programs, great selection of speakers that help the club in their daily business. Values the contribution of people, and was an early adopter and practitioner of diversity, equity, and inclusion. That's not easy to do, I can tell you from experience. So kudos to the Knight of Norway. Now, the third one, community service. Okay, efforts by the club to improve the quality of life inside of Marion's community. Okay. This happened during the election day spaghetti meals. Remember that happened? I remember when that was like up in the air. We didn't know that was going to happen. Foothills Food Hub, 52,000 meals packed and distributed. Was in the Rotary magazine. How to organize a food drive. Read Across America, all 8 McDowell County schools supported. On-site support for McDowell Emergency Management Office to assist with COVID-19 vaccinations. 500 hours of support. This was as of the writing in February. 10 Million Meal Challenge was the district coordinator. Hurricane relief support for Lake Charles, Louisiana, jumped right in there on that to help his community. Successfully competed for 2 district grants. The Christmas party made that happen, and the math flashcards made that happen. I told y'all, got a dossier. Just keeps going. Only got 2 more of these. International service. I mean, this is an international guy. He's a knight in Norway. And he advances goodwill by fostering acquaintance with people in other countries and cultures. He provides support, I think, on his own dime, and to the residents and city of Roatan in Honduras. That's pretty notable. And I'm sure there's, I've got more, I'm sure I got more. Let me dig a little deeper. What do you got? Did I tell you it was a night? I'm trying to get this person to do a global grant down there. I thought that would be cool in Roatan. Youth service, children's Christmas party, RILA scholarships, Rotaract at McDowell Tech and McDowell Early College, Interact at McDowell High School, scholarship committee, the math flashcards again, they're back, and then brings student speakers to the meetings. And you can't say enough about the activity in the Boy Scouts. So thank you for all of that amazing service. Y'all, I think that amount of service, before I tell you who this is, that deserves a round of applause. All right, now, this is about the most fun I've ever had giving an award. So, what's the further ado here? Alex Portelli, please come forward. So, what we have here is, this is a wonderful crystal. Feel the weight on that. That's impressive.
Sweet, that's nice.
It is nice, the little thing there. And so, through your compassion, enthusiasm, and commitment to service, you represent the best that Rotary has to offer. We thank you for your dedication to the ideals of Rotary, and we congratulate you on receiving this prestigious honor. And I also have an Avenues of Service pin, which is pretty doggone cool. And I congratulate you. And if you'd like to say a couple words, jump on there.
All right. The guy is speechless.
I was going to say.
First off, this is truly a total surprise. Nancy asked me if I was going to be here today, knowing that in my capacity as an ADG, I've been attending meetings throughout our district. And I told her, yes, I would be here. And seeing all the leadership that was coming in, I thought it was going to be a pre-pets. But I guess for me, and David certainly appreciates this too, that first COVID year is a real hard year to do. But it also gave us opportunities as a club. Part of that allowed me too, because of some of the hybrids we were doing, particularly in Zoom, to expand some of the reach that I do, particularly this time in Roatan. And I know I'd given you all a briefing of that, and you see as we come in that full circle in that network. So it's really Rotarians that are friends of friends, and when you need help, you reach out. Same thing for Oslo, same thing for Munich, with the Munich Security Conference coming up now. And there's things we get involved in there too, it's important. The biggest thing for me that I think is this though. You know, for those of you that have been out to the high ground, you see the plaque on the wall with the 20 places that Gail and I lived over time during particularly our military careers and having grown up overseas. The one thing we always have is you have friends and you have family. We didn't really have roots until we put down roots in Dysertsville. And when you put down permanent roots, you have to look for ways to improve your community. And Dave Wooten recruited me into Rotary. I've been familiar with Rotary before, but not as a member. And it came really quick and wound up getting volunteered into a sergeant-at-arms position, primarily because I am retired and I have the time. I can come in while others of you still work. But I remember one of those first meetings, it was very, very interesting to see. We had Tiffany Irvin came in and gave a speech. And Tiffany really brought it home because she said, if you really want to be a Rotarian, she says, you have to have Rotary here in your heart. And that's really, really true. But it's a little deeper for me. Gail and I, we have things that I do, she has things that she does, and we have things that we do together. Rotary is not one of her big things, but she supports me in it because she knows how much I enjoy it. You go looking for the camaraderie. It's the same thing I found as well in Boy Scouts. But for me here deeper, seeing what we have accomplished, and you know I always tease us, we're the shadow government of this county and this city because of who we are and what we do. And because we come together, we accomplish so much for the benefit of all, not only here in our community, but also around the world. And so, first off, thank you very, very much. It is truly unexpected. But the other part is you have to have Rotary here. But for me, this group of people, this is my family. And it will be my family until I die. So having you here and having you carry me through that COVID year is something that I won't forget. And it continues to inspire me every day. So thanks to everybody. I will continue to be an A2G. Paul taught me well. I will continue to be the 10 million meal manager for Tammy. Just so you know, the last report, I think we were at 225,000 meals for this club, which is probably the highest right now in the district. One of the highest in the zone, and that's something to be proud of. So thanks to all of you that do that and come out every day too to help us out at the Foothills Food Hub for the 25% of our population that's still suffering from hunger and food insecurity. That's important. I will throw my hat again in the ring to be a district governor. I did it this year. It was a lot of fun, and it's one of those things when you're in this kind of organization. And this is sort of a stomp to those of you here that are newer members is I come from a background where as a type A personality is sort of in your blood to continuously compete for positions of higher trust and responsibility. I hope I've done that for you. I will continue to do everything that I can excel, not only in our club, but for Rotary in the broader perspective. And again, unexpected, but even more initiative to keep going. So thank you very, very much. It's fabulous.
That was awesome. Thanks, Alpo. With that, I'd like to invite DG Ken up. He has a special presentation as well.
Alpo, congratulations. Well deserved. It's wonderful. I'm glad to know you and consider you a friend, and I think it's a very appropriate honor. And you may not realize how big a Rotary International honor this is. This is not just a local thing, so congratulations. Perfect example of how we serve as an individual and how we serve through our actions and our service. That's one of the two big ways that we help make the world a better place or serve to change lives this year. The other way is through our gifts. And so today we want to honor somebody for their gifts. The gifts we give are one reason we're eradicating polio. The one reason we have wells being drilled throughout the world and water and sanitation. That we're attacking literacy. That we're helping women with microloans. And all the 7 avenues of service. And I would go through more of this. However, because of the dossier that we've read, if I were to continue, this would be an evening meeting. And you would have wished you saved your second pork chop for later. So I would like, since I'm here, there are 2 clubs in our district that are the homes of district governors. I mean, this is the source of district governors. You've had 5. And I'd like to recognize Dean Kanaya, one of those. So Dean, our district governor on the turn of the millennium, awarding him, which he's earned, the Paul Harris +5, a remarkable, a continued long-term giving that makes a difference in the world. So I have the pin here. You may want to put it on so we don't draw blood. Okay, good. It's a nice looking pin. I was going to say ouch. Ouch. Got it. Yeah. And the red looks good with the blue shirt. Congratulations. Here's the box. So I just want to say thank you for long-term continuous. It makes a difference. And making a difference is something we all should ascribe to. Thank you very much. Go.
Thank you. Wow, what a big day. It's been a big day for our Rotary Club. Alpo, well-deserved. Congratulations. One day we will all be like you. We will strive to be like you.
Just a quick comment. First of all, as the president of this club, I personally want to say thank you. I want to thank the leadership, District Governor, you guys for coming out and allowing this to happen at our home, here with his family, and in front of us allow us to be a part of this and not at some other place where we had to go to do it. So thank you for honoring him in front of his family and doing that with us here. I appreciate that personally.
Thank you. We appreciate that. All right, just one more thing. We're going to have David draw a ticket here for our half and half. We're up to, I mean, it's getting crazy up here, $237. You think he's in there moving them around. He picked the top one. Okay, 5953049.
Ricky.
No, I'm not gonna see maybe by this.
All right, come draw rolling for the Ace of Hearts.
All right, Rick's draw here.
Get it.
Right on the end.
Right in, yeah, there you
That's it. Oh, it's not it. It lives to see another day. One announcement, there's a piano board meeting directly after this. Otherwise,
Madam.
Please get the leadership to stay for photos.
Yes.
okay, we need leadership to stay for photos, please. And we have one more thing from Frank Dean.
Next Wednesday, 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock, Channel 13, the Drew Barrymore Show. My wife, my daughter-in-law, and my granddaughter are going to be on the program for about 15 minutes.
How awesome. So that makes Frank almost famous. So we're excited about that. We're excited. We'll congratulate your wife when we see her. Everybody have a wonderful week.
That's good.